So the tariffs that are possibly imposed on a lot of countries, they might affect the building materials. And that's why we are here. We're talking about how that affects the home prices in the future. Because if the taxes are on building materials, that will affect the consumers at the end. Not the builders, but the builders will pass it along to the consumers. And that will be what you will be facing is higher home prices. Let's look at this article from Realtor.com. What a recession could mean for the housing market. President Donald Trump's new tariffs have raised fears that a trade war will plunge the U.S. economy into recession, which would have major implications for the housing market. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, who has previously supported tariffs, said on Wednesday that recession is now a likely outcome as households pull back on spending in response to their shrinking 401k and investment account balances. Following Trump's Liberation Day tariff announcement, JP Morgan analysts raised their forecast of the odds for a global recession to 60%, up from 40% just a few weeks ago. Even billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman, a vocal Trump supporter, warned that the world is on the brink of self-induced economic nuclear winter as he pleaded for the president to pause his new tariffs. What would a recession mean for homebuyers? The housing market is already kind of soft in some areas of the country, so the West and the South might experience a softer market compared to, let's say, Northeast, where I am, and the Midwest. We're still experiencing inventory shortage, and the multiple offer situations are still going on strong. I made an offer for my clients on Monday and another one for Tuesday. The Monday was a single family priced at $1.2 million. We offered $45,000 more. There were 10 offers, and my clients unfortunately didn't get it. The other clients who made an offer on a townhouse also were not lucky, even though they went up about $40,000, and there were 5 offers on the house. So as you can see, good houses in good locations are still, and under $2 million are still getting multiple offers, lots of interest. Buyers are out there. But I understand that's not the case in some areas, like in Florida. When I talked to my colleague in Florida, she says that they are begging buyers to make offers. They see price reduction after price reduction. That's what's happening in Florida. Regions with more home supply, such as the South, would likely see home prices fall more quickly in a recession as buyer demand pales in comparison to already ample home supply. Undersupplied areas such as Northeast could see prices hover longer before falling as the pullback in demand actually allows for more balance in the market. And what does recession mean for mortgage rates? Usually mortgage rates go down during a recession to boost the economy. Mortgage rates typically fall during a recession as investors shift their money to bonds for reliable returns as they ride out uncertainty. This drives up bond prices, lowering yields. Mortgage rates tend to follow the yield on 10-year Treasury bonds. This effect was in evidence late last week as long-term yields plunged below 4% during a selling panic in stock markets. Daily mortgage rates briefly dropped to their lowest of the year before bond yields and mortgage rates rose back higher this week. In summary, a recession would lower mortgage rates, but for painful reasons. Well, lower rates would definitely benefit homeowners who want to refinance. But for prospective homebuyers, the fear of losing their job might keep them from making that purchase. Although recession fears are rising, it is not a guaranteed outcome. Trump has insisted that his plan will boost the U.S. economy, and he may strike beneficial deals with key trading partners. Still, even economic uncertainty can affect the housing market, giving homebuyers pause as they weigh what could be the largest single purchase of their lifetime. My name is Nouné. I'm a real estate agent in Massachusetts. If you're thinking of buying or selling in Massachusetts, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below.